Hi, welcome to the new series which I'm starting today. It's Learn English with me. Recently I'm talking to my students regarding a software actually, but they told me they need to improve their English, so they asked me to start these classes. So this is for you, everyone. So as an let us say Indians, or let us say, let me be specific for the Telugu people. We think, I mean, this may be true with others, but I don't know. I am from a Telugu speaking, so I know some people. So I'm just saying this. I see a lot of students who have a lot of capability in terms of technicalities, or like when they have a lot of competence in their subject matter, whether it be engineering or sciences, life sciences, anything. But they have a lot of difficulty with English, uh, because uh, I said two things. Not only English, in speaking also they have. In speaking or writing also they have difficulty. So I want to address a few issues in these classes, whatever classes I take. So let's start. Okay. So if you want to learn any language, when I say any language, English, Hindi, Telugu, Sanskrit, these are the languages in general, and languages specific to the programming, or languages which we communicate with the computer, like C, C++, Java, .NET, anything. If you want to learn, right, you have to do these four things. You have to listen about the language. Like if you want to learn English, you have to listen some course, listen something in English. Or if you want to learn .NET, let us say, you have to listen courses of .NET, lot of videos in the YouTube, and then read and write and speak. When I say speak, if you learn something, if you want to summarize whatever you learned in, let us say, 2 or 3 minutes, you can do that with your, like, with yourself. You can just record in your phone. Then you realize, like, you may read for 1 hour, and when you start speaking, you cannot able to speak even for very less time, maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, because the problem is we stop in that phase only where we learn. But I suggest to practice this not only in this language, or what is that, in the software, in for the schools also. When I go to schools, I suggest them, once you read for some time, just contemplate, or, like, just pass for some time, and just recollect, just explain whatever you read, or listen to some of your friends or colleagues. Then you can realize how much you remember, or how much you can what is it, produce whatever listen or read. So listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Yeah, that's what about speaking. And then writing also. Now we have, like, in this last 20 years, like, uh, we have a lot of changes in the technology. So we don't need to pay anything. If you, I mean, nowadays, like, this laptop or desktop is very common in everyone's household. So you can, I mean, you can have a, if you don't have a laptop, let us say, let's say, you can write in the notepad, like, or you can buy a book of a small, like, small price books or something, and then you can write down whatever you learn, or whatever you listen to, whatever you read. So these are four essential things. What you have to do: listen about it, read about it, write, speak. Okay, and these are four things it looks like. But when you want to categorize, right, we can categorize these four things into two types. Those are input skills and output skills. When I say input skills, here you are getting the information. When you say listening and reading, right, these are input skills. You are getting the information. And output skills are speaking and writing. Here, whatever you listen, or whatever the input you got from listening and reading, you are processing, and you are putting in your words. Okay. Yeah, this is very, very important. The essential tip for every language, or I don't say language, for anything you do, right? This is very, very important. Three things to do. What is that? Practice, practice, and more practice. The problem with us is we read a lot or listen a lot, but when it comes to speak, or when it comes to execute the things, right, we fail utterly. So whatever you learn, right, please try to put it into words, like put it on a paper, put it on notepad, or like the system, write it up. or speak it up in the YouTube, because if you do that right, you will get to know how much more you have to read or listen, or you have to you can scale yourself. Okay, and that's it for today. So I'll just go back. What is that? Listen, read, and write, speak for any languages. And then here is the two input and output skills. And here I want to mention one thing, because some people are good in input, some people are good in output. Not everyone can do output good, or not everyone can do input good. But you can go with your psychophysical nature. But the main thing is you have to do minimum of these two things. Okay, and then practice. This is very very important. Whatever you do, you have to practice more and more. Okay, and thanking you kindly. So I'll see you in the next video with small exercises. I'm sure it will help you in learning as well as progressing in your life as well as career. Thanking you kindly. See ya.